A quick take on economics now. A couple of weeks ago, a group called the Reichsburger movement had many of its members arrested by the German police over claims that this group was involved in planning to overthrow the German state violently. Some were alarmed at the idea that this could happen, but perhaps we should give some room for human nature and human agency and say people will generally do things we don't expect. But now, at the core of the matter is the institutions themselves. German institutions, we should say, and we should observe, actually responded according to their function, right? Claims were investigated, arrests were made. You can be sure that there is a high threshold for evidence that will be used to carry out the prosecutions. And this is what any public will desire for their institutions, right? Now, the other question here is, if a country like a Kenya or a Burkina Faso, we believe has weaker institutions, is there hope? Well, in her book, How China Rose or Escaped the Poverty Trap, Yuan Ang makes the point that weak institutions are sufficient for growth and for development, and that they do have the potential to grow and change, given that the public institutions and the private sector, that is, the private citizen, continuously co-evolve, that is, through transparency, a certain level of accountability. Weak institutions can grow stronger. What may not be commonly known is, to take the example of China. China did not always have the level of functioning institutions they do today, and that it is through a co-evolutionary process, the interactions between the public and the private sector, right? The public institutions and the citizens both acting as private citizens and representing firms. The Chinese institutions grew their function, and we can see in the fact that an excess of 400 million Chinese people were lifted from poverty, and say there is a level of functioning institution there.